shooting here from beautiful Australia. So today what we're going to explore is stress. I've been working with teenagers for the last 2-3 years, and it really shocked me to hear their largest complaint was that they're stressed out. Now these are 11 and 12 year olds. They haven't even, like, teenagers, 13 years old, so they're coming into that teenage stage, and yet already they're feeling stressed. And that to me is a massive problem. It sends out warning bells to look at, well, how can we really support them, but also how can we support ourselves, and then what can we start implementing so they're not picking up on our stress. If you're a parent like me, you know, whatever your children are surrounded by, your environment, they're going to absorb like a sponge. So it all comes back to us, unfortunately. So we need to be the change. We need to learn how to shift, and in that there is power, and that will also help them and give them an invitation how they can start tuning in to the things that make them feel good, the things that help fill them up. So stress isn't a bad thing. You know, we need to look at that. We need, for our nervous system, you know, even from a baby, when a baby is born, even the baby going in water for the first time and feeling the water on their skin, it creates a stress response within the body. So the nervous system learns to adapt and wire. So stress isn't a bad thing, but what's happened is many of us have got so caught up in it, trying to chase it for, you know, like our second, our third coffee so we can get back to feeling good, that the body's becoming exhausted. The adrenal gland within the body is going into shutdown, and then people are getting sick. So what I want to be able to show you is, you know, like, stress is not a bad thing. You know, we go to the gym, we train our body, and what we want to do, we want to adapt. So we want our bodies to function in more of an optimum way. So we start adapting to stressful responses, in that we become stronger and we keep evolving rather than de-evolving, which you're seeing a lot from people sitting a lot. They're not taking care of their bodies. So stress in that way is a really healthy response. The same with, if there's something that comes up in your life, something emotional, and it challenges you and you feel confused, that's a really good place. It means you're about to learn something, and it means you've got a possibility of being able to shift maybe your perception or your attitude, or the way that you're seeing actually what's happening, and then that's when you start having the growth. What we want to take care of is when we're so burnt out, tired out, the language that we're using, even by, you know, you wake up in the morning, you wake up late, your alarm clock hasn't gone off, and you just feel like behind the 8 ball, and the language that comes out of people's mouth is, I'm late, I feel tired, I feel stressed. So already what you're doing is you're creating more on the inside. So we need to become more aware. We need to notice when our body's feeling stressed. So for example, our shoulders, if you're at work like this all day, you want to learn how to, you know, like, even just shake it off and release it. We can learn so much from animals in the wild and nature. For example, you look at, on a nature show, you look at a gazelle running from a lion, and they are like in fight or flight mode. They're like running for their life, basically. And what happens is when they outrun the lion, if they're so lucky to, when they stop, they do this like shaking. So their body starts going into a reset mode. So they start to reset. Their nervous system naturally resets. So they're not carrying all that lactic acid, all that gunk in their tissues. They learn how to get rid of it. So a nice thing to do is throughout the day, if you feel that something's coming up and you feel your shoulders coming up to your shoulder, like literally shake it off. You've heard that, you know, when someone's like losing the plot, just go and shake it off. It's so true. You want to shake it off. You want to get rid of it any way you can, and you're going to notice that your body very quickly will start to reset. The other important point is your breathing. So when someone starts getting caught up in that, when anyone feels stressed or they're having a stress response, their breathing becomes very shallow. It's no longer deep into the belly. And it almost like the breath is short and shallow. So you can learn to, so you want to sit down somewhere where you can relax. And I invite you to close your eyes. You want to close your eyes. So you're taking the mind out of it. Then you just want to connect with your breath. And at first the breath is going to feel quite shallow in the upper chest. To help reset the breath, you want to do 3 big sighs. So you take a deep breath in through your nose. And as you breathe out, you want to breathe out with a You want to do that 2 more times and make it really yummy, really. Already what that's going to do, it's going to start relaxing your breathing muscle, your diaphragm, and it will start to reset your body. So start to tune in, check and feel. Notice those different things that are making you feel that way. See what you can change, see what you can shift. Maybe it's to step back and see it from another perspective, but over time you will start becoming more resilient, you will adapt a lot quicker and smarter to stressful responses. So they'll no longer feel stressful. You'll start to change your language, and rather than feeling stressful, you may start to see them as being a challenge, something you can, it's there to help you to grow, right? So that's what we want to do. We want to get you to step into the powerful you that you are. And the only thing that is getting in the way is the judgment or however you think you see yourself. So never forget how beautiful you are, and I'll speak to you soon.